All right, tapping into some messages for the full moon in Scorpio today. If you're finding this after the full moon, don't worry. There may likely still be a message in here for you. Interestingly enough, we had the Seven of Swords that flipped over as I was shuffling here. So we're going to take it. We're going to see what else wants to come out. If you want a more in-depth sort of understanding of what's going on with this moon, check me out on YouTube. The link is in the bio. I did horoscopes for all 12 signs, as well as a very in-depth look into the energies and the astrology, including the conjunction to the fixed star Alpha Serpentis. The moon is conjunct that star, as well as the asteroid Juno, which represents partnership and marriage and deep commitment. So it's a super big, super intense moon. There's a lot of transformation, as we can see with the Hanged Man here. This to me looks like somebody who's having a revelation around somewhere where they've been lying to themselves. So there is this freedom that comes from some type of acknowledgement of some type of core wound, some type of truth that you've been avoiding looking at. For some, this could be, when a truth that we've been suppressing is exposed, it can be a bit of a shock to the system sometimes, but I honestly feel like this is a relief for whoever is finding this video. It's like, finally, I can breathe. It's like when you're trying to uphold a lie for so long that you don't even remember that it's a lie anymore. And then you finally realize and see it for what it is. You're like, oh, great. Now I can stop pretending. Now I can let go of this job, this person, this habit, whatever it is. There's an incredible freedom within that. And there's a brand new approach to life that I feel like you're getting ready to embrace here. And if you have been thinking about making some big change, I'm really feeling this big positive yes surrounding that. Like if you were waiting, if you needed the confirmation around that, consider this your confirmation. This is going to be, I'm feeling this is going to be particularly relevant as an additional sort of synchronicity or sign here for those of you who have crows or ravens as your spirit animal. We have the 10 of Cups coming out here with the Strength card. So I am feeling this energy also for anybody who's been going through a tough situation at home, or your family has been really going through it lately. There's been just a lot of crisis, a lot of perhaps trauma and drama, just a lot of stress around the home and the family life. I'm feeling that beginning to sort of even out here. I'm feeling like a break in that energy. Like you've persevered, you've been through a lot, and I'm feeling that you're coming into a season of more ease is the way that I want to put it. A season of more celebration, more enjoyment. Let me feel into what else. There's more where this family energy is concerned. All right. I'm feeling energies for some around trying to conceive. I'm also feeling energies for others surrounding having had a child recently and just a lot of struggle in those beginning adaptive months. As a mother myself, I know what that's like. It's this beautiful, beautiful thing on one hand, but it's also like one of the hardest things, the hardest experiences, and it kind of gets easier. It gets different, right? But it's really, really hard in that beginning, particularly if you are a woman who has just given birth, who is listening to this, and you have the postpartum, you have all the hormones, even the partner tends to have hormonal ups and downs and all kinds of changes going on. It's really interesting when you're really connected to your partner anyway. They seem to share in some of that experience to a lesser degree. So just a lot of tumultuousness maybe around that, and beginning to get more of an equilibrium. Now, I also feel for if there's somebody who had a child recently and you had another child who was having difficulty coping with a sibling, I feel like that is going to start evening out a little bit too. Or if you had children who are at each other's throats, kind of that energy beginning to subside for people who have maybe children who are a little bit older. Just a lot of different energy around that. For somebody who's been trying to conceive, I feel like there's going to be a breakthrough where that's concerned. I'm feeling for some, it might not be that you get pregnant, but it might be that you finally let go of the need for that. And if this is a same-sex partnership, maybe especially if two women, allowing the other to be the one who carries the child. I'm feeling that for somebody. I'm feeling for others being open to adoption, being open to surrogates, being open to these different avenues, and not being so set in stone of like, this is the way that this has to work, is essentially like where I'm going with all of that and how I'm feeling the energy. It's all of this is about opening up to more possibilities. We do have the sun conjunct Uranus opposing this full moon and the asteroid Hygeia, which is really beautiful because that represents healing. So there's a lot of healing energy. Even the fixed star Alpha Serpentis, it's about the poison and the medicine and understanding and being able to differentiate between the two, as well as being willing to dive into your own darkness, your own shadow, and the medicine that we find there within that shadow work. So there is a shadowy element to this full moon, but I'm just feeling a lot of but like we said, it's a portal of rebirth. So I'm feeling a lot coming through in this reading, particularly with the rebirthing energies, which I love, love, love. Maybe some of you that I'm reading for have been through the shadowy part, and now we're just moving into the blessings, or like what's on the other side here. Yeah, I'm feeling that Spirit saying for some people, if you're really going through it right now, particularly with some of the situations that I just mentioned, trying to uphold a reality or a facade or a certain image that's not working for you anymore, struggling with any of these issues around children and family. For some, it's like locating or relocating. I feel like some people, you've been trying to buy a house for a while and you haven't been able to find one. Maybe you've been displaced. I feel energy, just a lot of concluding energy. So if you're still going through this, this is Spirit letting you know that the time of that shift is near. Definitely by July. This Strength card, that's Leo energy, makes me think of Leo season and the 8/8 portal. All right, so we got the Magician in reverse with the 7 of Wands in the World. So this is a final message here. Spirit is saying something needs to end, to complete, so that something new can begin. You're going to know what it is for you specifically that needs to complete. Is this a way of thinking and viewing the world? Is this a relationship? Is this a job? Is this what kind of cycle? What kind of energy? Is this a belief system? Needs to go so that you can step forward and create in this new energy. There's something with peace here. There's also something with protection coming through. Notice the circles surrounding, like she's in a circle, she's in a circle. I feel like your angels want to come through and tell you that you are extremely divinely protected, as is your family, if some of the family energies resonated for you. You're protected. So don't worry about that. But do protect your energy and your space consciously as well still. Make sure that you're meditating. Make sure that you're going within. Make sure that you are putting up your shields, putting up your love light bubble, your energy. Make sure that you are holding your boundaries firm at this time. And don't let other people or other energies detract from what it is that you're creating. Somebody I'm speaking to, it's like there's a lot of negative energy around you, and a lot of energy vampires, a lot of people that maybe don't believe in you. And if you start like talking to them for too long, you start not believing in yourself. That energy is contagious. Lower frequency, unfortunately, a lot of times is more contagious than higher frequency, because it's easier to drop down in frequency than it is for a lot of people to raise in frequency. So don't spend so much time around those people. Don't let too many people hook into and leech off of your energy. And whatever it is in your own personal life that needs to be completed, for some of you, this is a relationship or a connection that is just no longer serving you. For many others of you, this is a belief system. Make sure that you surround yourself with people who support you, people who at least appreciate your vision, even if they can't see it, conceive of it for themselves. And stay in this higher vibrational energy. Believe in yourself. Some of these people that don't believe in you were put in your path in order to confirm your belief in yourself so that you could find that belief within yourself. But you still may need to put some distance between yourself and some of these people as you're moving forward into this next chapter.